Morning, Bob. Did you have a good sleep?
The rest of the day, I felt like I'd been...
Good morning. It is Wednesday. It is 8 o'clock in the morning and I am in traffic in South London going to work. Stationary traffic. I was just thinking to myself how well this journey was going, and I did have a moment where I thought, it's not like Sunday or something. I haven't got up and gone to work on the wrong day. And then I hit this traffic and thought, no, definitely Wednesday. I need to say happy birthday to a very special girl. She is becoming a teenager today and she's a really talented young artist. So happy birthday, Ivy. And if you don't know, Ivy is the lovely daughter of the equally lovely Suzanne of Greenlambkin yarns, and she's doing Vlogtober at the moment. So have a wonderful day, Ivy, or by the time you watch this, I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday, and I hope you enjoyed your birthday sleepover. I'm a little bit behind on comments, because I spent yesterday head down catching up on Ravelry and Instagram. It was wonderful, but I'm a little bit behind on comments. So if it's your birthday today and I've missed that notification, happy birthday to you. I'll try and do it belatedly when I see it. On Wednesdays, I work. I work Wednesdays and Fridays in South London at a museum. And that's where I'm going now, and the traffic has just started moving, so I'm going to turn the camera off and concentrate on my drive. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to film because it's a working day, but I will try and go for a walk at lunchtime to see if we can find any new mushrooms, something I love to do when I'm at work. And I will say that I've woken up this morning feeling really quite... I've been thinking about my dad a lot. My dad died in 2018. He had a brain tumour. It's a very difficult time. He was diagnosed with a brain tumour in the January. He died in the May or June. And I don't know, I've just been thinking about him this morning and just thinking about life in that way. And it's funny how that creeps up on you, isn't it? You can just go days, weeks, months with just living normally. They're always in your mind, and then all of a sudden they're at the forefront, and it is making me a little bit introspective this morning. And it is a beautiful world this morning because it is kind of crisp and sunny and the autumn colours are at their best, and there was a wonderful pink sunrise, and yeah. Anyway, ramble, let's get to work. mushrooms are amazing. I've just spent so long filming them that I'm not going to have time to do my usual walk, so I'm just going to walk along here and have a chat to you, then turn around and go back. I also bumped into someone who watches my vlogs. Oh, it was so lovely to meet you, Sandy, and she was filming mushrooms as well, or taking pictures of mushrooms, I should say. Not everyone walks about filming everything, I have to remember this. So it was so lovely. She was out walking her dog, because the grounds here are open to the public for dog walking. So it was, that was a really lovely surprise on my lunchtime walk. And the mushrooms are really out in force. So sorry for the mushroom overload. I don't think there's such a thing as too much video of mushrooms, is there? Right, let's do a quick turn around and head back. Might buy a little snack in the canteen on my way past, because I'm feeling, do you ever have one of those days where you're just really nibbly, just want to nibble things? Didn't bring enough snacks with me to work today. Right, I'm going to end up filming more mushrooms on my way back through, I know it. Sorry about the weird light and the wonkiness of the camera. Everything's a bit skew-whiff. It's 20 to 5 and I've just got into my car. I finished work for the day. I'm just going to select my podcast to listen to on the way home. I'm going to put a couple of links under... Oh, did I just hit the camera then? I'm not sure. I'm going to put a couple of links underneath in the description box of some things that were really funny that came up on Twitter today in the course of my work and chatting to colleagues. I wrote it down. So one is a US comedian called, I think her name's Lisa Conway, and she did this video that somebody we follow shared, which was unusual because this person is quite a credible individual, and that's what made me watch the video to the end. And I think it was the funniest thing I've seen in ages, honestly. I'm ashamed at how long it took me. So I'm going to put the link underneath to that particular video, and I want you to go and watch it, but watch it and just go and watch it. Sorry, I keep looking at the screen because I'm distracted by that weird light. I'll look at the camera. So watch the whole video. It's not very long, it's only like 2 minutes, but you need to watch the whole thing and then let me know how long it took you. It took me way longer than it should have done. And oh yes, I wanted to say I was looking at some comments over lunchtime, and there's been so many lovely comments over the past few days that I'm still catching up with. So first of all, just thank you for that, and thank you just for watching, because you don't have to comment, just watching is great, so thank you for that. It suddenly struck me just now as I was walking to the car what a weird and ridiculous thing it is, daily vlogs. It's like, do you know, if you think about how you pronounce a word sometimes, like a normal word, and the more you think about it, the more silly it sounds. It was a bit like that, but with vlogging. But I want to thank you for being here for this ridiculousness. And I wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who has given me such brilliant advice and tips and ideas for mending Ted, my eldest daughter's beloved bear. I am so glad that I didn't just go straight into it. I'm glad that I put the question out there, and I knew that you lot would come up trumps, and you did. So thank you. I'm still going through all of it, and I'm not going to do anything with Ted until I've covered all the advice that's been left in the comments. So thank you. Right, I'm going to have one of my car sweets from Aldi's, my blackcurrant licorice, which Dan thinks are absolutely awful, but I really love them. It's like a blackcurrant sweet with licorice in the middle. It should be horrible. I think it probably is horrible to many people, but I absolutely love them. And I'm going to put on my podcast and get myself home. Dan's here because we're going to say, I've already said happy birthday to Ivy, who's Suzanne's little, well, it's not little girl, she's a teenager. She's 13 today.
Ooh, teenager.
Yeah, so I've already done that, but we need to say happy 37th wedding anniversary to Leanne and Joe.
Yeah,
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
37th wedding anniversary to Leanne and Joe. They have just moved house. They've not long moved house. She is a quilt maker.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so happy anniversary. Right, you're going to get out of the way. And then I had a message to say that Helen Amos,
Yep.
who comments quite often, it's her husband, Tim's 50th
Hello,
birthday. Tim. He doesn't look
Happy
50, does
birthday,
he?
Tim.
You don't look 50.
You're wearing well, my man.
They're
I don't
spending a
understand
few
the
days
joke.
in Cardiff for the occasion with their little boy Owen.
I've never been to Wales.
Hello! Hey Phoebe, say happy birthday to Ivy. She's 13 today.
Happy 13th birthday, Ivy.
Right, should we get you off to trampolining?
I was just opening this and then I realised it might be quite interesting to show you. So when I was at Bluewater the other night, I spotted this in H&M Home and it was in the sale for £4. It was originally about a tenner, I think. $8.99 originally. And I've got a couple of these for other things and I bought it on a whim in the hope that it would fit something that I have. It's not the best quality. It's all a bit chipped. But I can paint over that. I can Tipp-Ex it. I bought this in Cornwall a billion years ago. It's really silly. It's one of those things you buy on holiday because you think it's a good idea because you're on holiday. And look! Is it a perfect fit? Oh my goodness, look at that. It was meant to be. Right, let's do this. So this is a magnetic poster holder in case you've not seen one. I've got another couple around the place. They're so good. So you take your poster and you position it onto the base bit and it's got really strong magnets. Oh no, look, I've just put it in something wet. It's been perfect condition for years and then I pick it up and do that. Ah, there you go. And then it clamps. Probably be better if this was a sort of wooden, but I can always paint it to be the colour that it needs to be, or decoupage it, I think she says, like she knows how to decoupage. So I've just realised how boring this actually is to watch. And snap that in place. Ta-da! Right, hang on. Ta-da! It's not going here, it's just a good place to show you how the little magnetic poster holder works. I'm so pleased that it fits. I might find some. Actually, it's not too bad there, is it? It's rules of the inn: no thieves, fakers, rogues or tinkers, no skulking loafers or flea-bitten trumps. I love it. So I'm going to hang that somewhere safely so that it doesn't get bashed or ripped by passing people like myself. There is nowhere safe in this house, I've decided. I'll just lay it carefully down here for the time being. Right, I'm going to say goodbye because I might as well do this now whilst I'm got the camera positioned. Right, I've written a few things down. So we've said all the happy birthdays and happy anniversaries for today. It's been a long day at work. It's now 6:30. Dan is doing salmon and roasted vegetables for dinner. Phoebe's at trampolining. Lilli has had a really long day at college. I'm going to have a hot bath and I'm going to film a podcast tomorrow. So fingers crossed that I managed to get this edited, a podcast filmed and everything else that goes along with it. And I will show you the process of that in tomorrow's vlog. I also wanted to say that there's another Twitter link. So at the moment, everything I've mentioned will be linked underneath in the description box. So the comedian I mentioned earlier, there's another thing she did on how people ask questions in movies. It is so spot on. It's hilarious. I've just showed Phoebe and she thought it was brilliant. So I'll put a link to that underneath. And I want to put a link underneath as well. Leslie commented when I was asking about mending Lilia's TED about visible mending, and she recommended the Book How channel, which I'm going to link underneath, because I spent 10 minutes just watching her visibly mend something, and it was the most relaxing 10 minutes of my entire day. It was brilliant. So I'm going to put a link to that underneath, and when you watch it you'll see what I mean. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Amy over at Happy Little Yarn. I haven't watched any of your videos yet, Amy, but I did watch the first few minutes. You've got an amazing accent. I love it. She is doing Vlogtober. So make sure you hop over and check her out, and I'll add it to the list of Vlogtoberers underneath. And if I'm missing any, please do let me know. Okay, that's enough chatter from me, enough nonsense. I'm going to go and get in the bath, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.